Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show, our little chat here today. I'm Thom Gleason, FRC, and with me is my twin brother, FRC Joe Gleason. Joe, hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah, another Fed Friday. Yeah, I'm
How about
excited.
it?
This is cool.
Yeah, we're getting on a roll here. Couple changes that we wanted to go through today. I had a couple other things I wanted to go through real quick, but just a quick kind of an update and chat with folks. Want to say thanks for jumping in with us, and we appreciate you spending the time to watch these videos. If you want, if you like what you see here, if you want to share it or get the word out or subscribe, all that YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do, we appreciate it. But if
Like
there's
and
somebody,
share, like and share, right?
all that good stuff. If there's somebody
Click
in
the
your
like
office that you
button.
think might be interested in what we're sharing, then please feel free to share our video with them, please. So, Joe, if you could, we've had an update as of yesterday, I think is when it came out. What do you know? What's the new? What's the latest and the greatest?
Yeah, the latest is that a judge has agreed that this is lawful and that the Fork in the Road program, the deferred resignation program, has been deemed to be lawful. And so they're moving forward with that. But the window to accept it has been closed. So for those who have gotten in on that opportunity, uh, there's about 75,000 federal employees that have decided to take the deferred resignation, the fork in the road.
Mm-hmm.
But let's keep in mind, it's been very clear that that they're intending to reduce the workforce of the federal employees, and so the goal is 200,000. So
Right.
about 775,000 have decided to take that offer, but there's still another 125,000 that they're currently looking to reduce the numbers by. So with that, what would you say? Like, we always talk, and with our friends at FIBA and our partnership with FIBA, we always talk about really being proactive. So why don't you talk a little bit more about that, and then from there we can talk about some real world impact and some ways we're helping
Sure.
people and
Yeah,
kind of
I
take it
think.
from
I
there.
mean, now more than ever, I agree, and I'm in complete alignment with our partners at FIBA that you should absolutely take advantage of our complimentary, comprehensive consultation. Say that fast 3 times. And
No cost, no benefit, or
right,
no cost, no obligation, right?
right,
Lots of
exactly.
benefits, right? Yeah.
um, Correct. Yeah, it's a way for you to see what your benefit package would look like in retirement. So even if you're not considering taking advantage or didn't take advantage of any of the programs we're offering, like Joe just said, there's several more separations from service on the way, and so having a plan in place and being proactive and flushing out some potential pitfalls. And I think we were just talking before we started. You have a couple of examples of folks you worked with this week, and I can share some that I have, just to shed some light on what we mean more in detail. But we'd hate to see you have something in retirement where a decision you make affects your retirement permanently and in a negative way. So I can't tell you how many times and I'm sure you would have the same amount of stories of people that just by coaching or teaching or advising certain options versus the others, that it uncovered cash flow or additional savings or both, and just kept employees in alignment with their goals. So
Yeah.
with that, do you have any? I know we were talking before we started. Do you have kind of a success story that you wanted to share?
But I'm going to go back first and
Oh,
just kind of build off what you just
what I
said off
forget?
of. Well, I just want to make sure folks understand when we offer our no cost, no obligation
Oh, yeah,
benefits report. I just want to give we said it last week, and so I just, not everyone watches all of our episodes. So I just want to kind of recap real quick what people get when you take advantage of that. And we ask a few questions, like when was your service computation date? When would you like to retire? What's your current age? If you're married, for spousal, for any kind of survivor first. But so we'll ask a few questions, and then from that, we'll put together the report, which gives you an idea of, based on when you retire, what your goal is,
mm-hmm.
whether forced or chosen. It'll give you an idea of what your first pension would look like, both as the single employee or the survivor benefit. Additionally, we take a look at the TSP and project based on your current allocations and contribution percentages. We'll give an idea of what that would project to look like. And then also uh, with the FEGLI, the life insurance, we would take a look at which options you're taking, if it's just the basic or if you've got option A, B, C, etc. We look at all that, and then we give you an idea of. A lot of folks don't realize that the FEGLI actually ends up being quite expensive as you go into retirement. So that's one of the first things when people say, "Well, how do you
Right.
find thousands of dollars?" Like, well, one of the things is, did you know that your FEGLI life insurance is going to get this much more expensive
Right.
than what you're currently paying? And so that's one of the areas we help educate. So it just all kind of comes together.
Sure. And then
And
taxation too. Like it's all through the backdrop of how is that going to all be taxed
yeah,
and
Roth versus
what's that number going to look
traditional.
like and, and
Mhm.
and some of the other nuances that go into a good kind of a income plan as it's called. So
Yeah,
thanks
yeah.
for thanks for shedding additional light on that.
Of course, yeah. It's this isn't scripted, folks. This is you know, recorded live.
Exactly. Um,
So
so
yeah.
so we were talking before we started today, and do you want to share? Or do you want me to start with just kind of what we mean when we wrap all this together?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I think we can both speak to this. Just some of the examples. Like this morning, I actually spoke with someone who we've been working together. He's gotten a report, kind of like filling. Well, he filled me in just since we last spoke a few days ago. He's with a division of the Treasury. Wasn't planning to retire for another 2.5 years. Informed me this morning that he just found out that his office is being it's just they're locked
wow,
out. They just shut it down. He was surprised by it. I mean, I guess you couldn't say you're shocked, but he was surprised by it and went from, hey, what would my retirement numbers look like in 2.5 years to I'm now a part of this. He was luckily able to get in so I guess maybe I might have some of the time frames a little. Just within the last couple of days since I last spoke to him, he was able to get in on the Fork in the Road program, but it
cool,
was very last minute as he was finding out. And I think, so I think for him it worked out in that regard. But my point is that it changed what he was thinking he was going to do toward retirement to now. But luckily, he was getting this information. We were working together and I guess the point also is that he was surprised that he
yeah.
was asked or that his office was closed.
But he had
So
been talking with you before the surprise came, so kind of had built some momentum towards what ifs, right? And
correct.
you
Yep.
guys are now working together on transitioning. Now that he's being separated from service.
Yep. Absolutely.
Cool.
Another lady I spoke with, and then you can share yours. Another lady I spoke with, we were working together. Kind of based off of um, what her thoughts were on retirement and what she was thinking that she could get in terms of like taking all of the income streams. The first pension, the Social Security, and then the TSP and how she thought she was going to be able to take income.
Hmm.
One of our calculators and the tools that we offer at no cost, no obligation to folks is that it's an income kind of burn rate, right? And like when would you run out of money? And look at
Hmm.
that. Based on how she thought her income was going to go with the amount that she was planning on taking, she would have run out of money at age 82.
Hmm.
And she's in her early 70s now, and so she would have run out of money in just a few short years.
Right.
And let's face it, 10 years happens pretty quick. 15 years, like if you look back 15 years ago, it's like I can't believe that was 15 years. I mean, it happens fast. So
Right. I
uh,
think you had just
we're
bought the newest NSYNC album 10 years ago and were telling me how much you loved it. And that was,
right.
can you believe that was just 10 years ago?
I won't
I don't
say
know. I don't even
the
know
name.
when that.
Yeah. So just sharing that, and through working together, we were able to help strategize and really get her more income than what she was planning, and make it to where she wouldn't run out of money at age 82,
Love
and to
it.
have that go further into her retirement and actually into perpetuity. So I love doing that sort of thing, help bring that sort of life. I'd love to hear some of your boots on the ground
Yeah, just a quick
examples.
one. A lot of the same sort of setup as what you just described in your second scenario. Single woman. She had lost her husband like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, since COVID, and so she's looking at being retired and widowed, and so was also projected with the income to, be out of money in she's just now turning 60, 61, and was looking to be out of money in 15 years. One of the things that we work with is with the strategy we put together. If she gets sick, like if she has some kind of like a debilitation of sorts, her third
Like a
leg of,
nursing home kind of thing?
yeah, like, so if she
Yeah.
has, and it just provides extra income to kick in if she has any sort of limitation or anything like that from a health restriction standpoint. So just peace of
Right.
mind that not only does the income last for the entirety of her life, but she just has provisions in place that provide extra benefit for her should some of these other contingencies start to happen, because she'd watched it firsthand with her spouse. So just kind of, as like you say, it's very rewarding to be able to put a plan together like that.
Amen.
So
Yeah.
just, yeah, it's really
And it's really
fulfilling.
about, yeah, sorry. It's really about being proactive, not reactive, working with, federal retirement consultants. We know how to help navigate your benefits, and not everyone. I should also point out that not everyone, even when we do the report, like not everyone continues on. They just get the information. They think it's great. They might already be working with someone or do it themselves. We don't have a problem with that, but we just, for those that want that additional help, we're more than happy
For sure.
to help.
And one of the things that I would not add to it, but transition a little bit and segue as a supplement to that, is what we see a lot of are folks that are taking in a type of risk that you may not be considering. And that is, if your income streams are all coming from one place, your Social Security is coming from the federal government. We've got pension, which is administered by the federal government. And then your TSP, the custodian of that account, ultimately is the federal government as well. For some folks that I'm talking to, what's been coming up a lot this week is just the idea that they don't want to have all of their assets or income streams come in one basket. So just diversifying out of that a little bit, because call it a protection. I mean, am I personally, I'm not trying to say that the sky is falling and it's, but just now more than ever with the uncertainty that we're seeing, why not have a little bit of diversification where
Don't put all
you're,
your eggs in one basket. I mean, we've been taught, the one of the few things we are taught about investing in financial planning and all that kind of stuff is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Right? So I
correct.
agree that diversification is important. So
People are
great,
concerned
Mass.
about it. Yeah, you're not. If you're out there and you think that that's a concern, you're not the only one. We've seen a lot of. That's where I've had a lot of feedback this last couple of weeks,
Yeah,
especially more
great
than
point. I
in
have
previous
too.
years.
Now that you mention it, I have too, and I think that extra diversification is at least worth taking a look at for sure.
And we can help you with diversifying it. So just
Right. Cool. Well, let's it's Valentine's Day. I'm actually just a couple hours south of Phoenix, down just across the border in Mexico. I'm gonna go out and have a nice dinner with my lovely partner Kirsty. And what do you got planned as we wrap it up here?
well, I'm I think it snowed like 5 or 6 inches, and we're supposed to get more today. So I guess I'll call myself the cool brother, and it's cool here. And I guess you'll be the hot brother because you're down in Mexico. So
Right.
all right, hot stuff. I hope you have
Yeah.
a.
Go. Yeah. I'll send you pictures from the beach.
I'll send you
uh,
pictures of me snow blowing my driveway. It's it's the
yeah.
charm life. So yeah,
Perfect. Yeah. And all kidding and fun aside, we try to have fun and make. We know it's a difficult time for everyone. We know there's a lot of important decisions to make. And so we're here for you. We empathize,
indeed.
and it's not lost on us that there's a lot going on for
Hmm.
those of you that are leaving and moving on, and those that are staying. So I'm going to end it there. And we look
Yeah,
forward to
that's
helping.
good.
So just reach out and
Yeah,
look forward to being in touch.
agree. And thanks for watching, folks. And we'll see you again soon.
All right. Take care.